Once again, Assalamualaikum, good morning, especially to our online televiewers. Today also is the schedule for the pre-bid for projects for civil works, contracts for civil works and contracts for goods. But before I enumerate those projects, once again I would like to acknowledge the presence of the individual members present today. Starting from my left, Ma'am Jennifer Silvarias from Chief of the Administrative Section, Engineer Ernesto Sigamosano of the Chief of the Construction Section, Engineer Marcelo Onabia, Engineer Honesto Almaris, from the Back Secretariat, Ms. Nika Tambagan from the IT Support, Doto Marcelino, from my right, Ms. Pichi Chato, Engineer LG Villa, the Head of DPWH for Civil Works, Engineer April Anticristo, the Procurement Head, Ms. P. Ramos, Back Secretariat, the Head of DPWH for Goods, Engineer Yusuf Adam, from the Procurement Staff, Ms. Prilin, Mr. Michael, and Engineer Card. So once again, good morning. For the contracts for civil works, we have 3 projects. The 25 MC0029, construction completion of bank protection at Labo Alegria CIS intake, President Rojas Cotabato, with an ABC amount of 14,700,000 pesos only and contract duration of 195 calendar days. 25 MC0030, construction of Bulatukan CIS Protection Dike at Malasila River, Barangay Bulatukan, Makilala, North Cotabato, with an ABC amount of 14,700,000 pesos only, with contract duration of 195 calendar days. 25 MC0033, construction of Concrete Road access road leading to Don Bosco by Biodynamic Farm, Sangawang Falls and Hot Spring, Barangay Batasan, Makilala, North Cotabato, with an ABC amount of 9,800,000 pesos only, with the contract duration of 86 calendar days. The deadline of the submission of this bid proposal would be on December 18, 2024, on or before 9 o'clock AM, 9 o'clock in the morning at the procurement unit, and followed immediately the opening of bids at 9 o'clock AM at the conference room, 2nd floor, main building 2, Lanao, Davao City. Before I hand this microphone to Ms. Pichi and Ms. B. Ramos, allow me to continue the reading or enumerating the projects for goods. For the contract of projects for goods, we have 8 total number of projects. Goods. For goods. So I will continue the reading of, or rather the enumerating of the 8 projects for goods. The 24 GMC 0286, purchase of materials for use in the repair maintenance of concrete pavement along Davao Cotabato Road, Old Bulatukan Kisante Section within this district for the 4th quarter. The ABC amount is 1,240,312 pesos and 50 centavos. Second, 24 GMC 0287 purchase of materials for use in the repair maintenance of concrete pavement along Paco-Roxas-Arakan Road, Doroluman-Greenfield Section within this district for fourth quarter with an ABC amount of 1,240,312 pesos and 50 centavos. Third, 24 GMC 0288 purchase of hydraulics excavator equipment for use in maintenance of national roads and bridges with an ABC amount of 5 million. 24 GMC 0289 purchase of Manlift truck for use in maintenance of national roads and bridges with an ABC amount of 5 million. 24 GMC 290 purchase of materials for use in the repainting of pavement markings along Poblacion Magpet, Binay-Noa Basak Temporan, Bulatukan-Greenfield Road, Binay-Noa Section for fourth quarter with an ABC amount of 1,231,366 pesos. 24 GMC 0291 purchase of materials for use in repainting of pavement markings along various national roads, Cotabato, second DEO fourth quarter with an ABC amount of 1,231 pesos 366 1,231,000 pesos and 366 pesos. 24 GMC 0292 purchase of materials for use in the repainting of pavement markings along Paco-Roxas-Arakan Road, Napanlahan, Katipunan Section, fourth quarter with an ABC amount of 1,257,654 pesos. And last is the 24 GMC 0293 purchase of materials for the repair, rehab, maintenance of dilapidated, damaged center island along Davao, Cotabato Road with an ABC amount of 2,010,000 pesos and 240 pesos only. The deadline of the dropping of these contracts for goods would be on December 20, 2024 on or before 10 a.m. in the morning. And followed immediately the opening of bids of at 10 a.m. at the conference room second floor main building 2 Lanao, Davao City. With this, I would like to hand this microphone to Ms. Pichi Chato and Ms. P. Ramos for the further discussion or sharing of information for these mentioned contracts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Jano, and good morning once again. For requirements of bidding documents, including instruction to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities and forms for Section 1, invitation to bid, contract ID 25 MC0029, the cost of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. And also for 25 MC0030, 25,000 pesos. And one for 25 MC0033 is 10,000 pesos. The source of funds are all CY 2025 regular infrastructure, and these contracts are to be procured under the early procurement activities. These projects are all posted from November 29, 2024 to December 18, 2024 at PhilJet's website, on Speako's Place and DPWH website. And for Section 2, instruction to bidders, eligible bidders, only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. The bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC adjusted if necessary, for the bidder to current prices using the PSA's CPI, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Subcontracting is not allowed. Bid security shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security in the amount indicated in the BDS, which shall be not less than the percentage of the ABC in accordance with the schedule in the BDS. The amount not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's, manager's check, bank draft, guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit for contract ID 25MC0029 and 25MC0030. The ABC is 14,700,000. The 2% of the ABC is 294,000 pesos. And for 25MC0033, the ABC is 9,800,000 pesos and the 2% of ABC is 196,000. And the amount of not less than 5% of ABC bid security is in surety bond, callable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance commission, duly certified by the insurance commission as authorized to issue such security. For 25MC0033, the ABC is 9,800,000. For 25MC0029, the 5% of the ABC is 735,000, and the 25MC0030 is also 735,000. For 25MC0033, the ABC is 9,800,000. The 5% is 419,000 pesos. The bid and bid security shall be valid until April 17, 2025. Any bid not accompanied by an acceptable bid security shall be rejected by the procuring entity as non-responsive. Thank you po.
To continue, we have the documents comprising the bid eligibility and technical components. Excuse me. The first envelope shall contain the eligibility and technical documents of the bid, and the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in Section 9. The checklist of technical and financial documents. Documents to be submitted by the bidders. We have under the technical component of the bid, updated certificate of field chief's registration platinum membership, if not enrolled in the CWA, updated pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, single largest completed contract or the SLCC, NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities, audited financial statement, if joint venture, with special pickup license and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid, if applicable. If already enrolled in the CWA eligibility, documents to be updated, if any. Bid security, project requirements as to organizational chart for the contract, list of contractors' key personnel, and list of major equipment. Omnibus statement and the certification as to key personnel per DEO number 9 series of 2012. For the financial component of the bid, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow by quarter. We have also reminders to our bidders. One, the valid certificate of field chief's registration membership. Certificate of field chief's registration shall be updated with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents covered by Section 8.5.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Example, the registration certificate, the mayor's business permit, tax clearance, pickup license and registration, and audited financial statement. If these documents are not updated otherwise, shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of a certificate of platinum registration and membership as per GPPB Resolution number 15-2021. The bidder can edit, update, and generate the updated certificate immediately. Assign the personnel of the contractor that it is indicated under the bid data sheet of the bidding documents that he or she must be different person assigned in the contract to be bid and not the same person holding its key position. PRC ID, and tax ID of the key personnel must be updated and clear copy. GPPB Resolution number 16-2020, approving the circular on the guidelines in the preparation of the simplified bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services with related amendments to the 2016 revised IRR of RNA 184. The required forms are already included in the bidding documents. Example, Omnibus Statement has 10 statements. DEO 36 series of 2015, dated March 11, 2015, disclosure of ongoing contracts by prospective bidders for DPWH infrastructure contracts. The bidder shall use the form DPWH-J. It is a statement of all of its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether or not similar in nature, in complexity to the contract to be bid within the period provided in the bidding documents. Non-compliance with the provisions of this order shall make concerned bidders liable to the penalties under Section 65.3 of RA 184-IRR and to the administrative sanctions under Section 69 of RA 184-IRR. DEO number 28 series of 2024, dated February 26, 2024, three-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts. Under this policy, if a bidder commits 3 offenses or acts described as all other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they shall be subjected to an administrative penalty. These offenses or acts are further classified into 3 major categories as enumerated. 1. Withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. 2. Submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the law. And 3rd, submission of patently insufficient bid. This refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether bidder committed such an offense may occur as outlined: A. During eligibility screening and or shortlisting, B. During bid evaluation, and C. During post-qualification. Bidders are reminded to diligently review and scrutinize their documents to avoid any violations. For more details of this Department Order number 28 series of 2024, the three-strike policy in the procurement and infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts, you can download a copy in the DPWH website. Department Order number 87 series of 2020, electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. Department Order number 11 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Department Order number 9 series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works for public bidding. Under item number 6, which states, if a proposed bid technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, shall submit a certification. 1. The personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded a contract, and 2. He/she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Under item number 7, the bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not his employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. The certification under item number 6 or 7 shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Department Order number 148, series of 2024, guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineers. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignment. For regional office and district offices, we have the classification and the limits of assignment. Project Engineer 2, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. Project Engineer 1, 10 contracts located with the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing at more than 150 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Provisional Project Engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing at more than 1 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million pesos. Department Order Number 98 Series of 2016, the revised guidelines on the accreditations of contractors, consultants, materials, engineers, to ensure that only qualified and competent materials engineers will be assigned by contractors and consultants to DPWH projects, despite the significant increase in the number of projects to be implemented by the department. These revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers are hereby prescribed. Item number 5 of the said department order states that accredited materials engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. We have the classification and the limits of assignment. Materials Engineer 1 project costing at more than 150 million, or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 200 million pesos. Materials Engineer 2, 1 project, no cost limit, or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 300 million pesos, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million pesos. Non-accredited materials engineers may be assigned to the 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 50 million pesos or below. This order shall take effect immediately. Memorandum dated March 6, 2023, issued by Secretary Manuel N. with the subject: reiteration of department policies, issuances of the sale of bidding documents, and enrollment in civil works application prior bidding, particularly item number 1 that states, in accordance with the department's Citizens Charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 27, 2021, only the following documents are required for prospective bidders prior to the sale of bidding documents: A. Company ID or any government-issued ID, and B. Authorization letter. If not authorized, liaison officer in the CWA, example, special power of attorney for sole proprietorship or board, partnership, joint venture resolution with secretary certificate for corporation, partnership, joint venture, and cooperative. This department orders is downloadable in the DPWH website and GPPB resolution in the GPPB website for full details, instructions, stated in the guidelines for reference of the bidders. Sealing and marking of bids. The bidder shall submit 1 original and 1 clear duly marked certified photocopy of the first technical and the second financial components of its bid. Deadline for submission of bids will be on December 18, 2024, on or before 9 a.m. at the procurement unit, and followed immediately the opening of bids till the same time, 9 a.m. at the conference room, 2nd floor, main building 2, Lanao, Quinapamon City. For some reminders, forwarded to our head procurement.
Thank you po, Ma'am. For the bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.2, 25 MC0029, we require that the major category of work should be FCBTS, construction, bank protection structure. For 25 MC0030, the major category of work should be FCDKL, flood control, construction, dike, or levees. For 25 MC0033, the major category of work should be RCP roads, construction, PCCP. As to the ITP Clause 10.3 or the licenses required for 25 MC0029, the pickup license should have a size range of small d for flood control construction bank protection structure. For 25 MC 0030, the pickup license should have a size range of small b for flood control structure. And for 25 MC 0033, the pickup license should have a size range of small b for construction of concrete road. We will continue the technical and financial component to be submitted by the contractors for the proposed contracts for goods to be delivered by Ms. Tichi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am April. To continue, for goods and services, the technical component envelope required documents or Class A documents. Under Class A is legal documents, valid PILGEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, DTI, for sole proprietorship or cooperative development authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. Another is the mayor's or business permit, tax clearance. And for technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any. Whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Another is the statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, the original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. Another is the conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and other or after sales parts if applicable. The original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original SPA of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. And for financial documents, the supplier's audited financial statements, the prospective bidder's computation of NFCC or the committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in view of its NFCC computation. For Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JPA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial component envelope, the required documents are original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original of duly signed and accomplished bill of quantities, the original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules, other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable. For foreign bidders, claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of the country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product. Next is the certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic identity. To continue, the following reminders to our bidders. A certificate of PILGEPS registration shall be updated and current and updated Class A eligibility documents. If these documents are not updated, otherwise shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate of platinum registration as per GPPB Resolution number 15-2021. Another is the GPPB Resolution number 16-2022 approving the circular and guidelines in the preparation of the simplified bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infra projects, and consulting services. Another is the DEO number 28 series of 2024, the three-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure goods and consulting services. Under this policy, if a bidder commits 3 offenses acts described as all other acts that Then, to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they be subjected to an administrative penalty. And these offenses acts are further classified into 3 major categories: withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of non-participation letter or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents, submission of late bids without valid reasons, submission of patently insufficient bid refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether bidder committed such an offense may occur as offline during eligibility screening and or shortlisting, during bid evaluation, during post qualifications. The bidders were reminded to diligently review and scrutinize their documents to avoid any violations. And for more details of this DO, you can download the copy in the DPWH website. And other instructions or guidelines, please refer to our published Philippine bidding documents. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much, Ms. Michi Chato, and also to Ms. Fea Ramos for the elaboration of the guidelines and reminders to be followed by all interested bidders for the said projects for 7 works and goods. For any other inquiries, you may visit them at the procurement unit here in DPWH Cotabato 2nd DEO. With that, once again, I would like to, before we end this, I would like to remind again the viewers and all the interested bidders for the deadline of the submission for these said projects. For the projects for 7 works, the deadline of the submission for the bid proposal would be on December 18, 2024 on or before 9 p.m. 9 in the morning. For the projects for goods, the deadline would be on December 18 also. December 20. December 20. December 20, 10 o'clock in the morning. So once again, thank you very much for being with us, and have a good day to each and every one of you.